Okay, Jeffery Kelly, I got a trivia question for you.
Yes, sir.
What band has a song called The Twilight Zone?
Let's see. That would probably be the band called Rush.
Right, and so I was stuck on the elevator at NAMM for like a half an hour to 3 days because I don't remember when I got on, when I got off. Because even after you left and you told me the story, I got on, you got on, you told me the story, we forgot to get off the elevator for like an hour, and then other people got on and I was like dazed and confused. And then I told them, remind me to get off the elevator. And even then, the guy, when I got to my floor, said, get off the elevator. So tell me the story that blew my mind, because I know your product is used by the band Rush, but also something happened to you here recently that was incredible. And explain what happened.
Absolutely. Well, fortunately, I have been a member of the Stagehands Union, Local 42 in Omaha, Nebraska. Great outfit. Love those guys. And Rush came through our local venue, which was located in Lincoln. And I was fortunate enough to be on the local crew that day. And I met Lorne as he came into the building and getting ready to do his thing for the day and set up the drum kit and get ready for the show and everything. And Lorne asked me if I was busy at the moment. I said, well, not too busy for you, Lorne. And he said, well, come with me because you're about to be busy. So fortunately, our friend Lorne kind of took me with him, and I was able to work with both the drum kits that they use on the tour for the R40 tour. We help set up the kits, help polish the kits, help with all of the preparation that it takes to put on a production like that. And he handed me a polish cloth, and he said, as long as you have this polish cloth in your hand, they will not send you home.
Right, and you put a death grip on it.
I put a death grip on it, and I held onto that polish cloth all day long, dude.
Now you say kits because there was, if anybody, okay, spoiler alert, like the tour is almost over, but there is 2 kits in that show.
Absolutely, there
Old
sure
and
is.
new.
Yep, there's the main kit, which is a DW Timeless Timber Series kit that Neil plays during the first half of the show, and also the second half of the show is a throwback kit of the old slingers that he used to play.
Right.
But they're made by DW, and they're also the Timeless Timber series. But it's a double bass kit, and they call that one is deemed to be called El Darko.
Right. Now you heard that kit pretty up close, probably during sound check.
I did hear
so,
a
like,
piece
can
of the
you
sound
tell
check.
like how resonant and so forth that kit was, or?
Oh, the
Because
kits.
in the concert it sounded great, but
The kits absolutely sound amazing by themselves. I mean, these drums sing like a bird. You cannot believe the tone, the projection, and the quality of these drums is just absolutely incredible.
and also your Kelly shoe was in the bass drums, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
They're endorsers of the Kelly shoe product.
They
use it.
They absolutely have been on board using our product since 2010. The main kit that Neil plays during the first half of the show has a dynamic microphone. I believe it's an Audio-Technica 2500, and they also have the boundary microphone inside of that kick drum as well. Now with El Darko, for the second half of the show, they have a boundary microphone inside of each kick drum, and they have opted to not use a dynamic microphone for the second half of the show. But needless to say, the kits sound absolutely phenomenal. The show is absolutely amazing. It's 3 hours worth of the Rush music that you love, and man, I'm telling you, those guys are at the top of their game right now. I sure wish that it wasn't the last tour, supposedly, but man, R40 is the show to see this year.
Yeah, it's incredible. I got one question about Neil, because he said in some interviews that he just did not feel comfortable going back to that bigger kit. But as a fan, it was really cool, because when you saw the band in the 70s, the 80s, you saw the bigger kit with the with the orchestra bells and stuff.
Yes.
So to see him play those and to play the bigger kit, it was fun. But he was probably back there. Was he making any weird faces like, "What am I doing playing this kit?"
Well,
because as far as feeling awkward, it sounded fantastic.
Yes, it did.
But did he because he kind of said the right cymbals doesn't feel right. You know, it's such a transition back. So did you have any
I've seen Rush several times.
Okay.
Okay, and it seemed to me on this show that they were having almost as much fun as they've ever had.
Okay.
I mean, Neil was making some funny faces at Alex. They were connecting, making eye contact and goofing around like it was the best time of their lives,
That's
man.
fantastic. That's the way to go.
Oh man, and it's such a great show.
I thought Bert actually technically sounded more thunderous than any other version of himself, and so even if he felt uncomfortable, you know what I mean, because he had to go and change his whole style back to playing the old style, you know, with everything kind of spread out. I thought he was better than he ever was. I mean, I can't even, you know, it was just markedly better.
I agree.
Not that he wasn't great already, but you could tell they went up a notch.
Man,
even now.
Yeah.
Who's done that?
Right.
Okay.
And the honor that I had to help set those drum kits up
Great
for
honor.
the show was just absolutely incredible. I mean, never in a million years, being a Rush fan since way back when in high school.
Right.
I never in a million years in my wildest dreams would have thought that I would be one day helping set those drums up for a show. Not only that, but having it coupled with them using our product. It's just, I mean, I'm just ecstatic at the acceptance that we've had with that tour.
Yeah, well, I got a confession to make. I was at NAMM, and you're not supposed to touch the kit, and they unveiled the kit, but I didn't touch the wood. I touched a little piece of the rim. I touched it. I'm just saying.
You know that I know Lorne personally, right?
I barely touched the kit. Just a tiny bit, just a little, like, not like a fingerprint, but just like a hardware touch.
You know, Lorne, he
like,
said,
you know, it was harmless.
Right, exactly.
It was harmless.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you know, Lorne, when he got there, he says, "Man, there was one guy at NAMM
He
that
touched the
just
kit?
had to touch."
No,
Yeah.
he said that?
Just kidding, man.
No, I touched it for luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude, it was an amazing experience, and those guys have been so good to us, and I mean that is just the top of everything that we're about, is to have our stuff accepted on some production like that. That is just so world renowned that I'm speechless, really, still to this day.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
All
What a
right.
great-
Thank you for stopping by.
I finally made it off the elevator, but
Yeah. Well,
I was stunned.
I'm about ready to go back on the elevator.
Are
if
you?
you'd like
I'm
to
not
join
going
me.
anywhere near the elevator.
Nah, very well, very
Okay,
well.
all right.
Good point.